What's up, dorks? Dorko back again. I hope you are fantastic today. And today we are going to talk about, which a lot of you have been asking for, who is Pink Guy? Who is Pink Man? What is he doing in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 minigames? And why haven't we seen him again in Five Nights at Freddy's 3? Now let's step back to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. If you guys remember the death minigames, we see Pink Man twice. One in a small area room where Freddy is feeding cake to the children, and outside is a crying child. When the car drives by, Pink Man comes out, kills the child, and the marionette pops up. We've estimated now, guys, that this is when the first child is killed, and this is the marionette. The next minigame we see him is in the Foxy minigame, when Foxy runs out of the curtains and sees the children. Then on the last run, you see Pink Man outside next to Foxy. When you actually go into the next room, you see the dead children. So we can see that the Pink Man seems to be associated with the 6 children. The first one, from where Freddy is giving cake to the children, we often associate that being Fredbear's Diner. And the next 5 dead children next to Foxy. If this Pink Man is so important to do with the murders, then why in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 we don't see him again? It's all to do with Purple Man being shoved into Springtrap. And we know that Springtrap can be associated with children because the Balloon Boy cry throughout the corridors lures him there. He's attracted to children. So we can see that Purple Man could be associated with the murders, even though we've never seen him in a minigame associated with killing the children. Now, we need to think, folks, whether Pink Man is Purple Man or a different person. Is Purple Man and Pink Man 2 separate people? Is one of them Phone Guy? We honestly don't know yet. But I was looking through the files of both Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and 3, folks, and I also realised that the really rare sprite of the Purple Man holding something with the badge is actually a different colour to the Purple Man again in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. It's a different shade of purple. The one in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is quite a light purple. The one in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is a really, really dark purple. And you can see 3 different shades. Now, to be honest, you do actually have to think the Pink Man isn't a really, 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 really big shade of pink, folks. It's actually a mix between pink and purple. Now, I actually did some research on shades of purple, and the Pink Man is a shade of purple, folks. So what does this mean? Why are there 3 different shades of Purple Man? Are they actually all connected with one person? Like I said, folks, we never see this Pink Man again in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. If he was important, then he would do it. He would show it again in the minigames, and he hasn't. Scott hasn't done that. It's all focused on Purple Man again. So personally now, I believe, guys, that the Pink Man what we see in the minigames from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is Purple Man in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which is why it's all associated with the murders, which is why it's so attracted to the children, you know? We see in the minigames that Pink Guy has caused these murders of the children. I also had a theory, folks, that the different shades of purple of Purple Man represent the timeline. So we see Pink Man at the beginning. He begins the light shade of purple at the beginning before he's killed the children. Then in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 minigame, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Pizzeria, we see him at a slightly darker shade of purple. Then in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, he is the truest, darkest purple you can get. So possibly the shades of purple could represent time, maybe the age of Purple Man, or it actually could represent a dark side to Purple Man, like over time he's killing more and more kids is becoming more sinister and dark, like a shadow. That could be why Shadow Bonnie is represented so dark and cryptid, because it's linked with Springtrap. You can see that Scott's trying to trick us into thinking that it's individual people, but maybe the Purple Man, what we see throughout the whole minigames, is all the same person, folks. There's only one murderer. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. I've done a lot of research once again, especially with the shades of purple, banging it on the tin, trying to figure out what's going on with Pinkman, because we honestly don't know much. We only know him from the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 minigames. But looking at the different shades of purple, and Pinkman is a shade of purple, and over time, from the beginning, it's pink, going on to a really dark purple at the end. For me, it seems logical, because Scott hasn't represented Pinkman again in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 at all. If it is a separate person, then we still don't know anything about this guy, so maybe we'll know more about him in the future. But at the moment, guys, I personally think that Pinkman is Purple Man, and he was the guy who killed the kids, which is why the kids wanted revenge on Purple Man in the first place, and why Springtrap's so attracted to the children voices in the corridors. It all makes sense to me, folks. So let me know what you guys think. Lots of love, and I will see you all next time.